Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Return to Glory series where we attempt to take the Chicago Bulls of 2025 and return them to their former glory that they once had in the 90s. Now, if you've missed the past episodes, we traded Nikola Vucevic, we traded Zach LaVine, we brought in Zach Edey, we brought in Trey Jones, we got our pick back, we got a pick from Atlanta, so we're sitting pretty going into the offseason as far as contracts go and as far as draft capital goes. However, there is one trade that I would like to try and pull off here, if I can make it happen, to get us further into the lottery, because when I'm looking at this mock draft board here, okay, this has VJ Edgecombe going third, the 2K board has VJ Edgecombe going 2, and NBA.com has VJ Edgecombe going 2. Now, I know I'm probably not going to get up to pick number 1. However, I think that I can get that pick from the Pelicans. Potentially think that I could get that pick from the Pelicans. Now, again, this is at the trade deadline, so there's no guarantee that this is exactly how things are going to shake up in the draft lottery. But if we can get this pick from the Pelicans and it increases our chance of getting higher in the lottery, I'm all for it. We're going to try this with Josh Giddey instead, because the money adds up, because Josh Giddey is not making a lot of money and he's an expiring contract. I don't think that this is going to work, but they might have a counter. You're asking me to give away a valuable asset, which is the first round pick, and nothing I get back is nearly as valuable. Okay, so what if we'll give you the Hawks and the Grizzlies pick for your pick? Okay, cool. So we just lost some picks, but that's fine, because now we have the Pelicans pick and our pick in 2025, and both of those are likely going to end up being lottery picks. So going forward, we also lost Josh Giddey. So going forward, that means that Talen Horton-Tucker is our starting small forward. I don't love that, but here's the deal. We don't really have any other options. I'm okay with it, mostly because I kind of want to tank so that our pick is really, really good. I mean, I think that if I'm being completely honest with you, I think the way that we're set up right here, we're going to be tanking and we're going to have 2 really, really good picks going into the lottery. I'm going to go ahead and simulate, I don't know, maybe the rest of the season, because I think we're going to miss the playoffs. So I'm going to simulate the rest of the season and then get into the off season and try and get ahead and get the ball rolling on this thing, because I got to be honest with you, there's really no reason for me to want to play some of these games going forward, because what I want to do is lose games. And so if I jump into a game, we're more likely going to end up winning. So I would prefer to lose games. I don't think I'm going to play any. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to simulate all the way through the end of the season and get into the off season. But before we jump to there, we're going to go ahead and go to front office, contracts, contract extensions. Lonzo will re-sign, but he wants 21 mil. Chris Duarte, we're not re-signing Chris Duarte. Sorry, brother. Lonzo's the guy. Yeah, we're going to bring Lonzo back. We're going to give him 14 and a half. Yeah, he's happy to accept. All right, cool. All right, so Lonzo accepts. He's under contract now for another 3 years, which is dope. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and simulate through the rest of the regular season. And if there is an instance when I need to jump in and do something, then I will take care of that and I will show you what I've done. But this video, we're just going to jump all the way to the off season. All right, we are to the end of the first season. And right here, Shea wins most valuable player. Hold on, let me go back up here. Shea wins MVP. Man, I don't have my camera in a good spot for any of these. My bad. We'll click with this one. Misi wins Rookie of the Year. Bobby Portis wins Sixth Man of the Year. Wembanyama, DPOY, Most Improved is Cason Wallace. And Clutch Players, Nikola Jokic. Coach of the Year is Kenny Atchison. And Zachary Staples is the Executive of the Year. Shea averaging 33, 6 and 6 is kind of crazy. Low key good. We want to miss, like we want to lose this, I think, if we're being totally honest. We want to lose this so that our pick gets better or has a higher percentage of being better. So, and we'll jump in if we need to, but we're hoping that maybe Miami will just knock us out. That was crazy for me to be sitting here rebuilding the Chicago Bulls and saying that I kind of hope that we get knocked out of the playoffs. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I got some pretty good picks going forward. So I would like to have higher odds to be higher up in the lottery. And again, we're kind of at a point in this series where we are throwing out the world of realism. And we're just kind of doing things that we think are going to win games and doing things that are going to set us up better for the future. Our goal here is to win like 3 championships in a row, try to three-peat, because, you know, the Bulls did that twice in the 90s. So our goal is to do it at least once. And so we'll see if we can make that happen. It's looking like right now we're kind of building through the draft, which is cool with me. Does Miami have it in them to make a comeback here? Remember, in this world, they probably still have Jimmy Butler. Did they do it? They did it. All right, cool. So Miami automatically goes down here to be the 7 seed against New York. And we are playing for the 8 seed. Let us hope that we don't make it. Because if we don't make it, our pick gets better. All right, well, it's looking like we are probably going to make the playoffs, which kind of sucks for our odds as far as that pick, but we're going to lose to Cleveland very, very quickly. I'm not even going to simcast. I'm just going to simulate the round. You guys, I don't know what is... We just beat Cleveland. We just beat Cleveland in the first round. Zach Collins, Jalen Smith, Taylor Horton-Tucker leading the way for us to beat Cleveland in the first round. I don't even know what to think anymore. What is happening right now? This is not a championship team. I do not understand. What we just beat Cleveland and then Boston in the playoffs. Miami and Chicago were both play-in teams, if you remember. And one of us is going to make the NBA Finals. One of us is going to make the NBA Finals to face either Memphis or Minnesota, which actually makes a lot of sense. Memphis being an 8 seed doesn't make any sense, but... Oh my gosh. Miami wins game 1. Leave rotation as is. Miami wins game 2. We win game 3. Miami win games 4. Zach Edey's fully... Hey, we lost. Thank God. I don't know what the heck just happened, guys. I wanted to miss the playoffs, and we went into the play-in and then just decided that we were the best team in basketball, I guess. Guys, I got to be honest with you. This is the craziest simulation I've ever seen in my life. Anthony Edwards wins Finals MVP. We made it all the way to the conference finals in year 1 after trading away every good player on our roster. So I don't know what I don't know what that means going forward. I have no idea. Oh no, we already decided to give him a farewell tour. Okay, well, I guess he can retire. Bye, LeBron. It's been nice knowing you. We have odds to get the 3rd pick via the New Orleans Pelicans, which is great. Our pick, however, because we made the playoffs, completely fell out. And we fall to 6. I can't believe we fell to 6, boys. We fell to 6. I cannot believe that we just made that incredible run. The Jazz get number 1. So the Jazz are probably going to get Cooper Flagg. If we want VJ Edgecombe, we're going to have to find a way to trade out to the Rockets or the Pistons. Which I think we could probably do if we package this 6th pick in a player. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that real quickly. Houston, let's give them our 6th pick. And we will also give them Jalen Smith. Nope. Okay. How about we give them Ayo Dosunmu instead of Jalen Smith? Nope. How about Kevin Herter and Ayo Dosunmu? Wow, that was crazy easy. That was much easier than anticipated. So now we have the second pick and the 15th pick. Can we turn that 15th pick into something that is higher? Let's try. Why don't we? Can we get number 8 from Brooklyn? Let's give them 15, and we'll give them Zach Collins. No, they don't want Zach Collins. Okay, what about Patrick Williams? He's young. Hey, we did it. All right, so now we are looking at the second pick, which is likely going to be VJ Edgecombe, if we're being honest. And then the 8th pick. Welcome to the draft. Let's do this. Of course, Utah takes Cooper Flag. That makes a whole lot of sense. I don't know why they wouldn't take Cooper Flag. And the Chicago Bulls are now on the clock. Let's choose our prospect. Guys, I really... Like, look, when you look at this, VJ Edgecombe, of course, Dylan Harper's an 80 overall, straight out the gate. And he's got Michael Jordan Hall of Fame ceiling. Danny Ainge floor. Do we take Dylan Harper? I mean, do we take Dylan Harper? I think we're going to take Dylan Harper and then hope and pray that VJ Edgecombe is there at 8. He's not going to be, but Detroit get a big man. Yeah, VJ Edgecombe goes to Portland. Dang, hate to see it, but that's okay because there's still a lot of talent in this draft. We got a trade, just picks. I don't really care. None of them are player based, so Boogie Fland. I really wanted Boogie, if I'm being totally honest. I really wanted Boogie. We might be able to work a trade. All right, let's try and... Who had him? The Rockets. Where the heck are the Rockets? Yeah, there. Boogie Fland. He's only a 75 overall, but he's 19 years old. And we will give you this 8th pick. Hey, they did it. All right. And that's what we're walking out of the draft with. We're walking out of the draft with Boogie Fland and Dylan Harper. Do I love it? No, I don't love it. But it is, I mean, it's better than our draft could have been. Freaking jeez. Okay. I hate that Javon Carter is still on this team. Kyrie Irving declined his player option. Nice. James Harden, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, Chris Middleton all declined their player options. John Collins, low-key, would be pretty awesome. Okay, qualifying offers. We're not going to offer any qualifying offers because I don't want any of these guys on our team. Okay, cool. How much money do we have? We got $51 million in cap space here. Now, we got point guards out the wazoo. So here's what we're going to try to do here. We're going to go over here to point guards. We're going to trade Javon Carter. And I don't even care what we get in return for Javon Carter. 2 picks. That sounds phenomenal. We'll take 2 picks for Javon Carter. We need a shooting guard, but we don't really need a shooting guard because we just drafted Dylan Harper. And Dylan Harper's going to be the guy. I mean, do we bring Jimmy Butler back? Like, who's the big splash we go for here? Who's the big splash that we go for here? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Because we got $58 million in cap space. We have so many options here. Anybody willing to just give me picks? Oh, a 27 first round pick from the Hornets. Okay, yeah. Look, the world of realism is gone. We're just we're stripping it down to the studs, and we are completely starting over here. That's what we're doing. We're stripping everything down to the studs, and we're starting over. Except Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball's here to stay. I mean, Kyrie Irving would be incredible. I don't think he would ever come to Chicago at this point. And I don't want like an all-star shooting guard, because I want Dylan Harper to be the guy. So I think if we get a shooting guard, we need to get a guy like, like an Isaiah Joe, who's going to come in, who's going to shoot, because that's like what he does. He's going to come in, he's going to shoot, and he's going to play defense. This free agency class is not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to see if John Collins wants to come play in Chicago. Is that a bad idea? Yeah, that's a bad idea. Miles Turner would be awesome. See, but if we bring John Collins, then we can move Jalen Smith back over to the 5. Josh Giddey is a free agent. We could bring Josh Giddey back. He is not interested in the offers that he has received. Josh Giddey is a real legitimate option to bring him back. We traded him for a pick. We could bring him back right now. I think I might. If I'm being totally honest, I think I might. 84 overall. He's 22 years old. Yeah, we're going to offer him this 4-year, $45 million. And then we're also going to offer, see, because he's a small forward now. We're also going to offer Isaiah Joe. What's he got offered? No current offers. We're going to offer Isaiah Joe. Why is it not letting me customize this offer? That's weird. All right, well, we'll offer this to Isaiah Joe. Okay, what we got here? They both agree. Renounce. Oh no, we want Trey Jones. We want to keep Trey Jones. Trey Jones. Oh shoot, we drafted Boogie Fland. Hey, I messed up, guys. I messed up. That's all right. That's all right. We'll keep Trey Jones around. Wow, that was the craziest thing that I've ever seen happen in this game. I traded Josh Giddey to get a pick, and then I used that pick to draft Dylan Harper, and then I went and signed Josh Giddey in free agency again. I mean, that's low key. That's a crazy GM move right there. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we gotta finish up this this free agency period here, because we still have some money to play with, and we still need a couple of different positions. All right, so we jumped all the way to the beginning of the 2026 season, and we're not going to actually get into any of that today. But this is what our starting lineup is looking like going into the 2026 NBA season. Lonzo Ball, Dylan Harper, Josh Giddey, Jalen Smith, Zach Edey, Luke Cornett off the bench, Matas Buzelis, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Josh Green, Isaiah Joe, Trey Jones, and then Boogie Fland would be the next guy up if that happens. 10-man rotation. I kind of like it, if I'm being totally honest with you. I don't think that this is a championship roster. I really don't. But I think Dylan Harper is a guy that, given a couple of years of experience, he's going to be really, really good in this league. And so I'm looking forward to the future of this team. All right, I know that we got away from the element of realism there. I know that we kind of jumped the gun and went way forward into the future. But to be honest with you, I can't believe that the roster that we had in the previous season made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. We traded Josh Giddey, we traded Zach LaVine, we traded Nikola Vucevic, we traded Kobe White. Like, we traded all of our good players, and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's insane to me. 2K simulation doesn't make any sense. But I'm excited about the future of this team. Again, we're kind of going to just speed run this from here on out, I guess, and jump into some stuff if we need to jump into some stuff, make some trades and tweaks here and there if we need to make trades and tweaks here and there. Obviously, we threw realism out the window, and I'm cool with that going forward. So I'm excited about Dylan Harper. I'm excited about Boogie Fland. I'm excited about Zach Edey. And I think that this team's going to be really, really good. So stay tuned for the next one. And thanks for watching. We'll see you.